Director bows to pressure, resigning in the wake of the former president's attempted assassination. More on that story, and yes, the head of the US Secret Service has announced that she will be resigning. It comes after Kimberly Cheadle faced intense scrutiny following the assassination attempt against the former president, Donald Trump. In an email to staff, she said she takes full responsibility for the security lapse. Republican and Democratic lawmakers have been calling for her to step down since the attack less than a fortnight ago.
Our reaction, the immediate reaction to her resignation, is that it is overdue. She should have done this at least a week ago. I'm happy to see that. I'm happy to see that she has heeded the call of both Republicans and Democrats.
The House is expected to vote this week on establishing a bipartisan task force to investigate the assassination attempt. Well, for more, joining us on this is Dr. Terry Goldsworthy, Associate Professor of Criminal Justice and Criminology at Bond University. Terry, good to see you as always. Thanks for your time. No huge surprise, I wouldn't have thought there. It did seem like this was an inevitable outcome because there were some clear failings, weren't there, of her team surrounding the handling of that assassination attempt.
Yeah, look, it is no great surprise. I think her position was untenable. Her evidence was quite poor to the House Oversight Committee. And when you look at the information we have coming forward, we now know that the suspect or the shooter was seen with a rangefinder. He behaved suspiciously near the metal detectors. He was seen climbing onto the roof, and he was actually confronted by two law enforcement officers. The Pennsylvania State Police Commissioner gave evidence to the Homeland Security hearing. And he gave much more information than the Secret Service Commissioner did. So I noticed one of the representatives on the House Oversight Committee said it was all secrecy. We certainly did get more information from the State Police Commissioner than we did from her.
Terry, is it unusual that, more than a week on from that shooting, we seem to have still such little information about the shooter's motivations?
Yeah, look, it is. I mean, they would be going through his associates, speaking to them. They'd be looking at his electronic devices, see what communications he's had, what website he's been going to, and what he's been doing in his general lifestyle that may have led him to make this decision to go forward and attempt to assassinate Donald Trump. I mean, those things may take time, but, certainly I guess the focus will be one in terms of his ability and why did he go and attempt to assassinate Trump. The other focus will be on the response to the Secret Service and the failings. And, as you alluded to in the intro, there were a number of failings here. I mean, when they were setting up for this rally, it should have been quite clear that that building had a line of sight only 150 metres or so from where Trump would be standing. Now, there were two police in that building, local police officers. They left the building to go and actually find the shooter. And the shooter was confronted by two other local law enforcement personnel on the roof just seconds before the shooting, in the evidence from the State Police Commissioner. So, for an hour or so before the shooting, all this kind of information is coming forward. We saw the director of the Secret Service arguing, like a word argument, saying, well, he wasn't a threat, he was suspicious. I mean, I've got to say that anyone who's got a rangefinder, which you use to determine a range in terms of long-term shooting at a presidential candidate rally, would automatically be a threat. And that threat information, my understanding from the evidence from that commissioner, was passed on to the Unified Command Post where the Secret Service were present. So the question would have to be, why wasn't it acted on immediately?
Now I see, Terry, the Secret Service is warning Trump not to hold outdoor rallies. It doesn't sound particularly practical in the lead up to a US election. That would have been a huge part, I would have thought, of the campaign planning. But just take us through the risks of being outdoors for someone like Trump.
Yeah, look, there is reports that they're encouraging him to go inside. I mean, you can contain and cordon off an inside venue far better than I guess you can an outside one. You don't necessarily have problems with buildings overlooking, et cetera, that you need to render safe. I think that's problematic for the Secret Service to make that demand. I mean, it's almost like an admission on their behalf that they can't guarantee his safety and can't protect him adequately. And I think that would be a poor reflection on the Secret Service. I mean, I would, if I was the incoming director of the Secret Service, I would be, probably not pursuing that line of argument, because I think it just shows a weakness in their ability to perform their core duty, which is protecting the significant leaders of their nation. And if they can't do that in an outside venue and Trump can only appear inside, then it's almost like a state of siege. I would think that, it's too dangerous to go out in public venues. Let's go inside, and that's the only place you're safe. I think that's really problematic, that type of approach.
Dr. Terry Goldsworthy, always appreciate your analysis. Thanks so much.